What's up, guys? Atom Bacon here. Welcome back to more Akiba strip. In the last episode, we ran in with Xenia Ammo a second time. No Rin to save us, but we were able to fend him off ourselves. And we also cleared out a few more side quests and did another mission for our sister. And in this episode, as I stop hilariously, we got a few more side quests to do. Dummy's Guide to Stripping. Electrotown Exit. This is a place we don't go too often. I should appear around here somewhere. There we go. Riff Raff. This is my story. This may be my last chance. I really can't say. But I need a skirt guide. I'd get it myself, but I'm really busy right now. It's kind of a lot of pain. Could you please go get it for me? They're sold on the March Rabbit number 3 on Junk Street and at the side streets. Count on you. Alright, so we have to go to one of those two places. I'm gonna go to the side streets. Go to either of those places he mentioned. I think this is one of the ones. I think this is what he said. I know. Dressy guide normal and headgear guide normal. Yeah, these items though, you can buy them and they will increase your strip skill for a specific type of clothing. Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya. Okay. Try to find that here. Nope. This is K-Bucks. What's this? Here it is.
Welcome.
Skirt guide. Hot guy cushion. That's funny.
Will that be all? Thank you very much.
Alright, bought that.
Thank you very much.
And let's take it back to the Riff Raff. Riff Raff, Raffity Riff Raff. And he should be right around here? Where is he?
Really?
There he is. I got your skirt guide. A skirt guide you to victory.
This place.
Grab the outfit, or grab that outfit. And other one we have, Battle for Attention. So, side street, okay. I mean, I guess I could have just checked the map and seen which one had the red line, but they don't always have that. Because, like, sometimes it's not distinctly clear. Excuse me. Here we go.
This place. Yes.
Can we just appreciate the... Oh, they actually left.
I'm getting mad.
Shizuku, you are in such an inconvenient place for
I'm
NPCs.
getting mad.
Alright, let's take her out.
I'm Good to go.
That.
Let's do this.
And. Alright, I think she's vulnerable now.
Still go on. Perhaps stronger.
And we got him. And with that, let's head back to Mogra. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I did a little bit of upgrading in between episodes. Nothing major.
Well, guess we won, somehow or another.
Yeah, that Amo bastard's run off with his tail between his now exposed legs.
And that is why I go for the pants. Because regardless of what you strip, Kaito will always say that. And if you strip the shirt off and leave his pants, that line doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense.
Hopefully that means the opposition will behave themselves. At least for a little while.
Well, maybe. But it ain't like we took down all the synthesters there are. Gotta make sure we don't let our guards down just because of one victory.
Yes, that's right. We're not out of wood yet.
I think you mean out of the woods.
Listen, could I have a moment? I have something I'd like to discuss with you. Preferably in private.
Very inconvenient time for a side quest. Though, on the other hand, you never have to worry about running into anybody. Because, Shizuku wants us to go to... She didn't specify it, but she wants us to go and meet her at the shrine. So, if we take this on quickly before we go, we're guaranteed not to run into her by accident. Because, see, this is where she wants us to go. Now, this side quest is mostly the same as one we did earlier, just with more to it. So, I'm going to show the locations, but since there's really nothing special, I'm going to probably cut out the actual battles, just because you've seen them before, they really aren't that interesting. It's a repeat of this mission again, just with more areas to go to.
Huh? Oh.
This place.
Oh.
Although, you may notice, he mentioned Showa Street Exit and Akiba Park. Two areas that don't seem to be here. So, I suppose it's time to go exploring a bit, shall we? If you go to Electric Town Plaza, after a certain point, you're able to head out this way. If you go here earlier, and oh, that's cool. You can see the TV and UD Plus from over here. That's neat. Yodobashi area, which you may have noticed was mentioned in the Pitter thread, which I can't remember if that was this episode or last episode. Yes, Yodobashi Akiba. We're gonna have to come here for story stuff later, so might as well get this out of the way. And then, if we head this way, we reach Akihabara Park. Which is kind of a loop area. You can go around either way. So, around here somewhere. This area here technically is the park itself. And where are those
Really?
punks? Here they are. No, they aren't. That's a bunch of businessmen.
Here.
Oh, cool. There's light blue maids here. I'm gonna be showing that off later. The maid cafe is kind of a funny little thing. They're all over the place, actually. And there's some interesting things you can do there. Well, not really, but I'm gonna show them off anyway. Now, if you go through here, this is Shawa Street exit. So, basically, it's kind of the same thing as Electric Street exit or Electric Town exit. Just
Really?
same, just different stuff. Those guys should appear around here somewhere. Find them. Anyway, I'm just gonna cut around to the groups. Huh. Fighting isn't good, okay? The one who doesn't care. Maid uniforms. Yeah, that is the first time I've ever seen that before. You notice they were labeled as clearly not single guy and clearly not single girl. That was actually the NPC set I was looking for in UD Plus a few episodes ago, amusingly enough. But normally they just look like they're making out. Anyway, I'm gonna cut around to when I find the groups. Ah, here we go. Second group, UD Plus. Third group, Electric Town Plaza. Oops. What? Alright, so we cleared those out. Talk to this guy. Get our reward. That's a cool looking bus that just went by. And now, let's go meet up with Shizuku at the shrine. Even though Shizuku's technically still with us, but...
This place reminds me of home. Do you have anything you want to ask me about any of this? There's no one else listening here, so I might be able to answer.
You said something about me being your familiar earlier. What was that about?
Well, remember how after we escaped from the organization, I let you drink my blood? That's when it happened. You were entering into a blood contract with me. See, I'm not human. Throughout history, people have used many names to describe our kind. Goblins, phantoms, demons, even gods. but we're more properly known as Night Eaters. And if we Night Eaters willingly share the blood that flows within our veins, we can create minions for ourselves, known as familiars. Though, we can each take only one familiar in the course of our lives. The familiar's primary characteristic is to inherit the powers of the Night Eater, gaining strength far beyond that of an ordinary man. Much like the strength you've displayed in battle. I would say the vast majority of the power you felt comes from me, in fact. Not from your transformation into a synthester. The familiar's job is to hunt synthesters alongside his Night Eater benefactor. And synthesters were originally sad, pitiable shells of humans whose lust and greed had grown so enormous that it changed them into hideous beasts. They suck the life energy from others as fuel for the pursuit of their desires, knowing and fearing that oblivion awaits them if their greed should ever dry up. We Night Eaters are cut from the same cloth, so to speak. But the key difference is we retained our ability to reason, and somehow came to be revered, and feared, and worshipped. Over time, for each incident involving the synthesters, there was always some question as to whether or not we Night Eaters were involved as well. And yet all we wish for is to live in peace and tranquility. That's why we hunt the synthesters. We expose them to the purifying light of the sun so that they may become human once more. Though whether or not that happens depends entirely on the person. And familiars are different. Familiars can never be human again, sunlight or no. At least, I've never heard of a way. Back when I made the blood contract with you, you were breaking down on a cellular level. I made you my familiar, solely to save your life. But in doing so, I turned you into something inhuman. I can never apologize enough for what I've done. There are other things we should discuss as well, I believe.
Such as your connections to Rin, perhaps.
It might be overwhelming if I were to reveal too much at once. I'd prefer to explain it all little by little. But I promise, your questions will be answered. I want you to know, however, that I do accept full responsibility for your condition, and that what I've done to you weighs on me very heavily. I am truly, deeply sorry. Come on. I'm sure the others must be worried about us by now. We should head back. I need to tell them what I did to you as well.